top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Tom. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Auburn Tigers offense is on the field for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down in the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Grab behind the line. It's Simmons. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I think a lot of times on offense, you look out there and you go, let's see, I got the numbers. I can throw the bubble. The defense is like, nope, I don't care. They were ready for it. Great job going and making the open field tackle.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and then love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Yeah, and now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
They believe they can run right here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Auburn lines up quickly.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Field gets a little tighter here in the red zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Auburn.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchdown. touchback. So Oklahoma's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Hard running there. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Sooners are rolling down the field. Got the quick pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Oh, they're after him! Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Got the 1st down and more. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play. And the Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll run the option. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the 1st option, playing the 2nd option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them, because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. If you can't throw it late, it's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Sooners! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. There he goes. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. They'll run play action. Catch in the middle. It's Simmons. Oh, a lot of space. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. On the run, it's Cobb. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Right down the middle. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Back to pass, it's Mateer. He makes the catch. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big fullback's got it. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Quick completion on the out route. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Maybe a little long for a field goal. Definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I like it. This deep.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. catch in the middle. It's Simmons. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Safe completion on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Grab behind the line. It's Singleton. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosion.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Makes the catch. It's on. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Sooners have their offense in high gear. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Tight end now in motion. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield, it's Gibson. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll send the back in motion. Try and play action. Caught behind the line. It's Barnes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And he gets the first down, but, man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pulls it in, it's Coleman. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He got it. And they go back on top.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he's able to kick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot, It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to call back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They send the tight end in motion. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll run for it on third and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. Hunt is on its way. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
To throw, it's Mateer. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking for a crease to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Tigers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Tigers! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah State has the lead right now. Logan has been jumping all week. But this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over the Bluebirds. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the lone running back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
The Sooners are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. Great place to start for this offense. The RPO, fire complete to the left.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Rides to back and leaves it. Wide open spaces. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. And
see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Gives it on the option. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Simmons. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Using his legs, it's Alston. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback on the keeper. Kearney on the Jets. Got the first down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback.
He's loose. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Running back searching for a hole. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Auburn. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe.